Of course, I could go with the usuals, with big data, and everything goes digital, and everything is get computed at all times, everywhere. So all the shiny objects, and you have to sort out what are the fundamentals and what are just shiny objects. But what I found more interesting or more pervasive is the change of the companies, of the organizations themselves. So I see that insurers more and more become IT companies, or rev up their capabilities to do software, to do platforms, to really go to the heart of information. So that's what I find the most interesting or important trend. Actually, you could look at the whole value chain of insurance project, from coming up with first ideas of projects, analyzing risks, through all the stages, distribution, and everywhere you could look at what is data, what's the role of data in each of those stages, and how to improve and accelerate everything you do on each stage. So that question should be asked, or would need to be answered several times at each of those stages. So would take too much time, but essentially it informs every step a little bit better, a little bit more detailed, and makes things faster. Well, data tells you things if analyzed and looked at properly. So if you know more, you can make better decisions, you make quicker decisions, and in the end you can give customers, and that's what you ultimately look at, a more integrated, a seamless, and a painless experience. If you look at personal line and insurance, where you really have to do with people, you meet as an insurance, you meet people not at their best, not at their holidays when they are having fun. You meet them at a point where they're at loss, where they have some trouble, and then if you have all the data available, if you can give them a painless and seamless experience, that helps a lot. Workflows serve a purpose. You go from A to B, and you want to get there with as few errors as possible, as fast as possible, and at low cost if possible. So automation is key there. So you would strive to automate all your processes, to make them fast, to take the human out of the processes without ending with inhuman processes. So that's the balance here. And we heard a couple of things this morning about that. So that's where automation is key. You have to automate everything that can be automated, should essentially be automated, to free up people, intelligence, resources for other things. Well, Ascent is engaged for a long time as a tech company and in consultancy and integrator across many industries. In the insurance industry, especially, we have some deeper knowledge and experience for the last 20 years or so. And what we try to do, or what we're most interested in, is combining those technology know-how and how things work with what insurance really means and what the domain is. So bringing together business and technology, basically enabling the business to be their own IT, to develop their products on their own without those large IT projects. That's things where we're interested in. So we're leveraging things like cloud first, like data platforms, trying to standardize, automate, and bring all the plumbing and hassle out of the way of the people who really matter. It should talk to us, perhaps, if they're also interested in having exactly those conversations, bringing those things together, technology and what we're trying to achieve with technology, with data especially. We're looking deep. We can go through all the shiny objects as well. We do ChatGPT, we do all the AI things, but what values more is what you do with it. And that's where you need a conversation with someone who not only talks tech, but also talks or understands what you're trying to achieve as an insurer. And that's what I say. If that's what you want to talk about, talk to us. As I mentioned, it's a nice venue. a very packed and very condensed event. So that's great to have so many people in one room at one day you can talk to. That's of course amazing. And I'm happy to be here and to listen and to get some ideas perhaps.